Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Sure, this week, and I knew this week was going to be busy. I don't know how you guys feel, but for me, the like almost like the last week of a month is always the busiest. It's like this, like almost wrapping up of the month you've just been in and preparing for the next month. So it's always just like all over the show. But I hope you are all feeling fantastic today. Who has just joined me after some, what I'm sure it would have been serious boxing this morning. I'm just trying to find you all. Let me look. Here we go. So guys, we are heading into September. Spring. Oh, honestly, so excited. So excited. Where's this thing now? Actually, haven't found you yet. Usually I get to the to where I teach and it's pitch black, dark, has been raining a lot of the time. Very grateful for the rain. Sorry, I'm just looking for my video. I can't seem to find myself. Is that me? No. And this morning I got here and it was light. There's like light outside, almost blue sky. You can distinguish the clouds. Absolutely wonderful, absolutely beautiful. So let me just close this. So I'm really excited about that. And as with everything here at Jeff, with a new month, with a new season, comes a new challenge. 30 dots for September, right? So it's the 30 dots, 30 days challenge. This challenge can include your hit, your lit, your flow, all of those. We're super excited about that. And basically how it works that this is only open to Jeff members, but we want you to share your 30 day 30 dot challenge on the Jeff Together page, and then there will be weekly prizes that will be the build up to the kind of main prize at the end of the month. I can't say much more than that, except that I'm excited. I mean, I do flow every day, so I've got 20 dots already. I'll have to make sure to get my other dots in, and then I think I might need to get a variation of dots going. So maybe try get in some hits, get in some of the lit sessions. Super exciting. Sorry guys, I can't find you on this group at all. Why? There we go. Yay. Good morning, sunrise stretches. Hi everyone. Hi Eva, glad you could be here this morning. Salna, Beverly, look at that. 4 out of 5. Guys, I want to see your numbers. I want to see, is this your 4th class? Is it your 3rd class? Is it your 2nd class? Remember, we were upping the antes from this week. It is now a minimum of 3 sessions per week, an hour and a half of recovery. That's not a lot of recovery work, actually, if you put it into perspective of a 7-day week. And then even if you take away the actual hours of training that you're doing, you know, most of us, the rest of the day, we're not just lying on the beach. You know, we're busy, we're working, maybe you're, you know, a parent, or your job is quite physical, and that's kind of on top of the training sessions you're doing, which makes recovery work even more important. Good morning, Karen. Hi, Jono, Team Flow, yes. Sunrise Stretches, Haley Jane Walls. It's my rest day, but flow means rest. It's also my assessment day, so I'm excited to speak to Jeff Pochanel later this morning. So exciting, Haley. Big moments, those assessment days. So nice to like kind of bring all the work you've been doing back together, really stand back, have a look at it, and without any judgment, without the ego, without the judgment, without that kind of deep expectation of yourself, but rather looking at it with pride, with compassion, and knowing even if you didn't hit kind of all the goals and marks you wanted to, that from today there's an opportunity to change that. So not that doesn't kind of give us a free pass in not working towards where we want to be, but I do think that sometimes life can get in the way. I do think that sometimes we underestimate the influence that our mental health, our emotional health can have on our body, or if you pick up injury in your body, those kinds of things. So look at the whole bigger picture when you're doing your assessment. It's not only about the numbers. I'm sure the coaches are teaching you all about that. So that's exciting. Very, very exciting, Haley. Eva says 4 out of 5. Carmelita says 4 out of 5. Pulling myself together after Siri killed me. Carmelita, pull yourself towards yourself. We'll pull ourselves towards ourselves now. Good morning, Leslie. 3rd class this week. Well done. And new to the flow, Leslie. That's amazing. Well done. Jolene Wilby. We've got Nicole here with a 3 out of 5. Perfect. And Michael. Hi, Michael. Welcome. Lorna, 4 out of 5 with the sunrise stretches. Love it. Yeah, so I've actually been having quite a few direct chats with some of you guys about injury. Lower back has come up quite a lot. So I'll definitely look into creating some more info around that. But just keeping in mind that, I think often we go, oh, it's my lower back. But our body is very connected. So the issue might be showing up in your lower back, but it might actually be coming from something else or a different area in your body, or even that your lower back is overcompensating for something else going on somewhere else in your body, or your muscles are just incredibly stiff, or that you're pinching into your nervous system, or that something's inflamed and maybe even injured. So there could be a variety of reasons that you're feeling discomfort or pain in the lower back. Remember, sciatica is a big thing. Plus, we've got those 2 little SI joints. Almost if you think, not all of us have them, but those kind of dimples in the lower back. So those SI joints, they're very interesting because these little joints are connected to both the pelvis and the vertebra. So you could kind of say they're part of the spine, but you could also say they're part of the pelvis. And they're very sensitive. So especially maybe if you're sitting a lot, you could be compressing them or stretching them or pulling them in a way that doesn't feel good without even noticing. In long term, that's of course when you start to feel discomfort. You could have done something abrupt to it during a HIIT session, many things. So yeah, we'll definitely look into that. For now, if we do seated things and you know that you tend to round in your lower back, please sit up on cushion. So we've got 2 cushions here, right? Generally at your practice, sit up on your cushion so you're lifting through the lower back and lots of core engagements. All right? So abdominal muscles drawing back, and almost like you can feel your abdominals drawing back, supporting the spine. Okay, so we're not just using our postural muscles, we're really using the front of the body as much as the back body to support that spinal column, so that where the spinal column goes into the pelvis, those SI joints are nice and supported. Hello, let's see who else has popped on. Leanne, good morning. Hi, Megan James. Laura, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Blanche and Pat. We've got the crew jumping online. Love to see it. For those of you who've just joined, I made it that little announcement. I'm sure Siri was chatting about it this morning too. If you were at 6 a.m., our 30 for 30 challenge in September. This is for Jeff members only. And how it works is that we want to follow you on this journey. We want to see those dots. You need to have a dot every day. So how exciting. Get your calendars out. Plan your September. I always say I love the beginning of the month because it allows me this freedom to be like, I love a calendar. I'm a very, I like tape. Sorry. Get so excited. I like paper. So I do use the digital calendar and so on for planning and meetings and things, but I like paper. So I always have like a calendar printed out, and I love writing and highlighting in different colors, and like almost like the more colorful my calendar is, the more I can see that it's balanced. So for instance, if there is a lot of teaching going on my schedule for that month, then I'll be like, okay, cool. Well, when am I getting my rehab in? When am I getting my practice in? And then if I see there's just like a lot of yoga going on, then I go, how can I diversify that? I'm going to add another color. I'm going to add a yellow highlighter, and that's going to be walking outdoors. And then I make sure that there's enough. So using, I know it sounds quite juvenile, I guess, but I like it. Is to be able to see, and obviously we have our dots in James, so you get to see all of those colors, and you get to see how you can balance yourself out. But set up that calendar, and then as you go along with your Jeff app, the web app, you have to be on the web app obviously, so we can see your dots. And as you go along with that, you can maybe tick it off on your calendar and see how you go. Remembering that you've got this month ahead of you, you've got the structure, but then give yourself wiggle room in that month so that the beginning of each week, you go, okay, cool, I know I've given myself a basic structure for this week, but actually, I feel like I've hurt my shoulder. Okay, I was going to do hit this whole week. I'm going to change that. I'm going to do lift the whole week, right? So we give ourselves a basic structure, a nice framework, but then inside of that, we allow ourselves fluidity. Like spontaneity is one of the really beautiful things I feel that is part of human nature, and that we can really feed off, and that can bring us a lot of joy and space in our lives. So don't cut spontaneity out. Give yourself wiggle room to really move from a very authentic space, and to be able to just move from where you feel you are. So you've got your month, and then you can break it down to each week, doing a little check-in with each week, and then you break it down even further to each day. So these constant opportunities to check in with yourself, and you're not reshuffling it because you're now failing at sticking to that goal you set. You're reshuffling it because you're becoming connected enough, you're listening well enough to know that you need to modify. And why do we modify? Why do we change? We try and do that so that we can thrive. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Renata, Rosalind, we need a go for flow. Roz, I love that. Siri, Jono, if you're still watching, please. Oh my word. That is so exciting. I absolutely love that. Oh my word. Go for flow. I think we need to do that. Megan, and for 30 out of 30. Rita, good morning, Rita. Absolutely inspired by your post yesterday. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being vulnerable, putting yourself out there. It really is inspiring. You look so happy. You look healthy. You look energized. Your eyes are so bright. It's amazing. Good morning, Diona, Laura, Lorraine, Wendy, Petra. Oh, so nice to see all these names on here. So with the September challenge, I want to add to your September challenge, because I haven't seen any nomination. I saw one nomination yesterday. Who was it? Sorry, I've got a in Afrikaans we'd say I get the para on my keel. I've got something tickling me in my throat. I can't remember who it was yesterday. I think they nominated Greg. But each of you needs to go onto Jeff. It can be the Jeff Together page and try to get a guide to join in as a member. It can be on the Jeff members page. Go look through our likes list of everyone who's a member and nominate a man to join flow sessions. So he needs to do 3, he needs to tag you in it, and you need to keep him accountable and you accountable, so you both know you've done those 3 sessions. But I really want to start getting the gents in here. It seems like it's one gent for every 10 ladies at the moment, so it would be amazing to change that. So important for everybody to be doing this flow. Not to generalize, but men's bodies tend to be quite a lot stiffer than women's as well. So I think the flow can be a bit challenging at times, but that's why you need to do extra flow. You need to be doing 4 sessions a week. All right, it's 1 minute past. I'm chit-chatting. Let's all get on our mats and get on our backs. Right, so you can have your cushions as per usual. My time devices, I still haven't had my watch fixed. And then just bring yourself to lie all the way down your back. I know a few of you have just done boxing, so you'll probably enjoy this. Just take a lie down on the floor. A nice long spine. Take a full deep breath in. And a sigh out. And again, a full breath in. And a sigh out. And then one more full breath in. And a sigh out. And then see if you can completely relax your body. A little tuck of the chin if your chin is quite high. So if your chin is pointing up to the ceiling, I'd like you to take a cushion, lift your head, tuck your chin. See, so now I've got a much longer line in the back of my neck, a more neutral position of the neck. Soften your feet, flop them out. And we're just going to take a few breaths here. And breathing in and out through the nose. Nice. All right, welcome anyone who's just joined. We'll start with a nice full body stretch. So you're going to hook your thumbs, reach your arms up above you, bring your feet a little closer to one another, and take a full stretch through the spine, take a stretch through the rib cage, stretch through the legs, squeeze the muscles onto the bones, point your toes or flex your ankles. Nice. Relax everything. Change the hook of your thumbs. And then again, go back into that. Full stretch. Press the middle back into the floor for a moment. And then maybe lift it up. Wiggle a little right and left. Really stretch out the body. Beautiful. And then release your hands either side of you. Bend your knees, place your feet to the floor. Okay, I'm going to lift my buttocks slightly and then curl my tailbone slightly away from me. Bring your sacrum flat onto the mat. Take your hands and scooch them in underneath your buttocks slightly, just to help as an extra aid in getting the whole spine flat on the mat. Okay, draw both knees to chest. And then we're going to move through our normal hip rolls, but without arms or without the support of the arms and hands. And you're going to activate your core slightly, press the lower back into the mat. So let's just start taking knees away from one another, away from you. Don't let any part of the spine lift, right? So we're finding a nice activation and we're getting a nice roll through these big hip joints. Maybe you feel a few little cricks and cracks. I've definitely got some cracks going on this morning. Don't let the spine leave the mat. And as we go, can you deepen your breath? Move nice and slow. And so we're just getting some nice core connection this morning, supporting our lower backs. And at the same time, you can imagine my abdominals are pressing down now. They're squeezing into all my internal organs. And they're giving the digestive system a little bit of like mechanical help to really get it started up. Nice. Next time your knees come to your chest, pause. And then change direction. Take knees away from you, split them, draw them to your armpits, bring inner knees to touch. And then just keep moving like that. Nice. Relax in and around the hip joints. Notice if you've picked up tension in your shoulders, your neck, your head. Relax. This upper part of my body is not doing much. Let's do 2 more rounds in this direction. So if you start to feel tension in the lower back here, then you know you're not engaging your abdominals. All right, bring both knees to chest. Well done, everyone. And then release your hands to bring hands to knees. Okay, let's take kind of the opposite movement. So place your feet down to the mat, hip distance apart. Lift and spread your toes for a moment so you really activate through the feet. And then lower the toes back down. You can slide your hands down to the outer hips, and then your fingertips might reach to your ankles. You want those to be in alignment with one another. Okay, so I'm pressing firmly into my feet. I'm going to press into my heels. I'm going to start to lift my pelvis, and then I'm going to activate my glutes so that I can really lift up nice and high. There's this feeling of your inner thighs rolling down, and now my belly's really soft. So you worked it a little bit. Oh, belly's talking this morning as well. Belly's nice and soft, kind of relaxing in between the hip bones, and arms can come out to the side. You could even roll your shoulder blades a little closer to one another. Okay, feel a little burn in the legs, but your legs are now nice and active, and they are holding space and holding structure with firmness, not tension, so that the belly can be nice and soft. So a nice little extra bit of digestive work here would be to give yourself a little digestive massage. And that kind of starts with the navel. You go to your right, you move up, you move across the transverse colon to the left, and then all the way down to the inner line of your left hip bone. Okay, so in that clockwise direction, you could even just give it a few rubs. It's a nice way to get your digestive system going, and also a nice way to connect to that part of your body. All right, let's do a few more rubs like that. All right, so then release your hands either side of you. Slowly roll the spine down. Take your feet a little wider. Let your inner knees touch. And take your arms to cross over your chest. We call this constructive relaxation pose. And then you'll just close your eyes here. Feel the sacrum pressing down into the mat. So that's that flat part of your lower back. Deepen your breath. Slowly change the cross of the arms. So good for our bodies to just lie on the floor. All right. And then you can reach your arms up above your head. Kind of hold onto your opposite wrist. I'm quite enjoying having this height of the pillow this morning, but you could be flat on the floor with your head. And we're going to just window wipe the knees from side to side. So over to the right, over to the left. Oh, so nice. Maybe you move into that like stretching, that yawn sensation. The whole body is pretty soft through these, so everything can really move around together. And by making everything quite soft, you diminish your resistance to gravity and you kind of give into it. So now we use the weight of our body, the weight of our bones rather, and gravitational force to give a little bit of a massage to our muscles. Okay, we started, well, I started on the right. Maybe you started on the left. Make sure you finish with another round on the other side, and then bring both legs back up. Readjust as you must, and then slowly bring both knees into chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze. Interlace your fingers around your left shin. Extend your right leg, ground your heel. Okay, I like to have like a half point, half flex shape in my foot here. So that means my foot is pointed, but my toes are flexed back. Okay, I'm going to take a full breath in here. You can join me. And then let's curl up on our exhale. Try bring your nose to touch your knee. And then inhale, soften back down. Exhale, curl up. And inhale, soften down. Last one here, exhale, curl up. Stay up. And then pointing to the left toes, start to take the left knee up towards the ceiling, that left big toe towards your mat. My right leg is firm. I'm going to tuck my chin. I'm kind of just going to hang on myself. So my belly is hollowing. And then I'm going to flex my left foot. I'm going to take a little rock, bring myself up to sit. We'll take a twist now. This right arm is going to come around the front of your left shin. But first, lift yourself up tall. So if here you're in this kind of position, with the spine diagonally back and your shoulders past the line of your hips, right? And especially here, if you're not activating through the core, this is prime lower back hurting time. All right, so rather lift your hips. Immediately got a little more lift, little more space. Okay, this left foot doesn't have to be super close in. You could be holding it with your right hand. You could be hooking it with your right elbow. You're going to lift, suck your belly in so you can get to your twist. Bring your left fingertips behind you, prop into the floor. As you lift up and then curl your right toes back, watch for not dragging that left knee across your midline. And you can look over the shoulder if it serves you, if it feels okay in your neck. And then you'll just start to explore how you can find more comfort in the shape. So comfort, relaxation, two different words. Yes, they can be associated with one another, but for the purpose of this pose, comfort means that there can be intensity, but there's no pain. That you can be comfortable with sitting in this intensity, which brings on change. Beautiful. Look forward and then unravel. We're going to take bound angle pose, so bring the sole of your left foot towards your right thigh. Okay, left knee out to the side. I'm just going to show you from this direction. Okay, so if your left knee isn't on the floor, if your left knee is a little higher, you could prop a cushion underneath it. You could take a little bend in your right knee. Okay, so stay the direction that you were. Reach both arms up, take a nice full lift. And then you'll fold forward over that leg. Remember, it's cold in the mornings. Your shape is going to feel different. Maybe your body's a bit stiff. But try and get your shoulder line level. So try not kind of be leaning over to the right or trying to lean over to the left. Try and take your spine in a forward direction. And then, of course, you tuck in your chin, letting that whole back line release. So stay in it. I can definitely feel my hamstrings this morning. All right. And then bring yourself up. In the seated position, bring both feet out in front of you. Bring your hands behind your thighs. So again, you're going to pull yourself up to sit. Let's bring our knees towards one another as close as possible and our big toes to touch. Okay, so core activation here. You're going to lift your heels. Okay, and then when you start to slide your feet back towards your buttocks, come to sit right on your sit bones and lift your feet up off the floor. Okay, you're not going here. We're not collapsing. You're lifting up. You all know cobra shape. I'm gesturing an opening through the upper back. I'm lifting. I'm rolling my inner thighs forward, and maybe your shins move to be parallel to the floor. Okay, but you could be here just kind of playing with that balance, really lifting up through the lower back and lower. Good job, everyone. All right, come off your cushion. If it was under your head, slide it back and simply bring yourself back down. Nice, both knees into chest. Again, a little squeeze. And let's change the interlace of the fingers around the right knee now. Extend your left leg forward. Feel how nice that feels to now open the front of that left hip after we've been squeezing in on it. Take a full breath in. And then curl up using abdominals more than arms. See if you can bring your nose to your knee. And then inhale to soften. Exhale, curl up. And inhale to relax. And last one here. Exhale, curl up. Stay up. Point your right toes. Take the toes towards the floor. Hang on that shin. Follow your belly. Keep sending that left foot away from you. Tuck your chin. So the more I pull my left foot away from me, the more I can kind of feel this nice stretch to the front of that left hip flexor area, psoas obviously, which is very deep, and then the descending line of my colon. Flex your right ankle, take a little rock, sit up. Use your cushion if you need to prop up. Left hand or left elbow around right knee. I'm not putting the knee over my midline, right? I'm pressing firmly into that foot. Suck lower belly in, so you can take your twist, fingertips behind you, skull swivels on the vertebra, and then we hold. Until again, that effortless effort. It's the firmness of holding yourself in the shape, but with no tension. And the breath is still allowed to flow freely. Eyes can be closed, but remember, if you're closing your eyes, often we check out of where we are. So there's kind of two options there. Is when your eyes are closed, sometimes we check out, but sometimes closing the eyes means kind of removing one of our senses, and that might bring you even more present. Open your eyes if they're closed. Unravel towards the front foot. Okay, unravel the spine. We're going to open up the right knee. You're going to sit yourself nice and tall. Bend your knee if you need. Grab your cushions if you need. Reach both arms up. And then take your forward fold. Ooh, I'm very stiff on this side this morning. Roll your shoulder line level. Tuck your chin so you can get that whole back line to soften. And then completely relax into it. And take 2 more full breaths. Stay in it. Alright. And then you can come up. Right foot up, left foot up. We take a reverse tabletop. So bring your hands behind you, fingertips facing forward. Press into the hands, press into the feet, raise the hips. Okay, so my knees are pointing straight forward. My belly is nice and soft, but my glutes are active. And then bring your buttocks back down. Again, bring yourself forward, big toes to touch. So second round, hands can stay behind the thighs, or you can reach for the outer blades of your feet. Okay, so what is nice about this variation, if you can get there, is that you can use your feet to kick away from you, your hands to pull the feet back, and that really helps to pull you up into the shape. Okay, so whether your hands are around your feet or the back of the thighs, feel for rolling your inner thighs forward. Activate your abdominals. Soften through your collarbones, your neck, jaw, and face. And take 2 more full deep breaths. Keep bringing your inner knees towards one another as much as you can. Beautiful. Cross your legs. Bring both arms up. And then take a forward fold. Walk your hands back. Change the cross of your legs, same thing. We just equal out the body. All right. We need to bring ourselves to lie on our bellies. So you could rock over your knees, however you need to bring yourself to lie all the way down. All right. Little work to open the shoulders here. Take your right arm out to the side. Your palm is flat down to the floor. Use your left hand to roll you onto your right hip. Then you're just going to get a nice stretch to that shoulder. Okay, another variation, if you'd like to go kind of a little further into the shape, is that your left foot can come behind you. And if you found your balance, remember the outer blade of my right foot is still pressing firmly down. Then my top arm can reach up and I can wrap it around my back body. And I like to hook my fingertips in behind my rib cage. I'm going to stay here for 3 full deep breaths. All right. Reverse to come out. So release top arm, release foot, release hand down, roll onto your chest. Slowly bring right hand back. And we'll take that to the second side. So left arm out to the side. Use your right hand to roll you onto your left hip. Okay, maybe you stay here. Or right foot can come behind you. Right arm can lift up. It's that internal rotation, bringing the arm behind you. And then again, we'll hold here 3 full breaths. Nice, deepen your breath. Obviously, if you feel any pain, come out. And then we reverse to come out. Top arm up. Leg back down. Right hand down. Roll into your chest. And just as you must, both hands under shoulders, come up onto all fours. Tabletop, moving through a few rounds of cat-cow. We're just easing spine movement from the crown of the head to the tailbone as you curl, you round, and you extend and you lengthen. And I'd like you to add some hip rolls, and if it feels good, some neck rolls. So really moving with your own intuition as you move around through the joints in the body. So make it quite creative. Make it free and move slowly. So keep going. Move through a few more rounds like that. And then we'll meet in stillness. Come to sit in a kneeling position. Alternative would be a cross-legged seat. Bring your hands behind you and then look to roll the shoulder caps back, open up through the spine. Change. Nice. All right, change the cross of your legs if your legs are crossed. Bring your hands in front of you. Again, your first interlace. Take a rounding. back to neutral. Change the interlace. Again, you're rounding. And then both arms up. And split your hands. You can just ground your hands in whichever seat you are in. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath together to close the practice. Alright, and gently open the eyes. Thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope that practice serves you throughout the rest of your day. Well done for joining in. Come a little closer. So lovely to see everyone here really working on getting this consistent flow in your lives, in your schedule. No excuses in the month of September. 30 dots, 30 days. How amazing. Remembering it doesn't have to be 30 hit sessions in a row. You might just die. So make sure to get your flow dots in there. If there's a day that you don't feel like doing hits, maybe instead of just doing nothing, do a lit class. There's some amazing options. Be creative. Get your calendar, your pre-planned calendar nice and colorful, and then check it off with a colorful calendar on your Jeff Web app, which is what you will need to be a part of the competition. Remember, it's for Jeff members only. And then we want to see your stories on the Jeff Together page, so our original page. Obviously, our members group is so much fun because it's banter between, a lot of us who've known each other for quite some time now. But for competition, you will need to post your dots and your achievements on the Jeff Together page. There will be weekly prizes, and then of course a build up to a nice prize at the end of September. I am very excited for some spring, guys. Laura says, hubby joined today. Laura, that is amazing. Let me know, or ask him to let me know how it went. I hope he enjoyed it. Shirley, such a pleasure. Beverly, you rock, Beverly. You are amazing. You are amazing. Megan James, such a pleasure. Petra, Tracy, Leanne, Flora, everyone, so lovely to see you here. Lindy says, thank you, my body is stiff. Well, then you're in the right place. Oh, Lindy, sorry. Yeah, Lindy. Then you're in the right place, Lindy. Then you need to be doing even more flow. The stiffer your body, the more flow it needs. If you haven't checked out Coach Kaylee and my lymph chat from Tuesday, please go check that out as well, Lindy. I will give you a few nice options that will help you relieve some stiffness as well. Such a pleasure, everyone. Adele, I'm so glad you're enjoying these sessions. Michael, I hope that felt good in your body. Diona, Zalna, Kathy, everyone. Lee says, 4th time this week, my body is loving this. Yay. And remember, the more we move to weekend time, when there aren't going to be live flow classes, double up. Maybe you do an hour practice. Imagine how beautiful that will be and how great your body will feel after 60 minutes of yoga. Such a pleasure, everyone. Eva, so nice to have you here, though. Yoliswa says, tomorrow I'm joining. Body refuses to wake up these days. Yoliswa, I feel you, girl, but there's no better way to wake up your body nice and easy and slow than a flow. So even if you're in your pajamas, set your mat up next to your bed so you can literally roll out of bed in the morning. Do 30 minutes of flow. You don't even have to do everything, but it's such a nice, gentle way to wake up your body and get your bum out of bed. Mo, lovely to see you here. Brian representing for the guys, fantastic. Wendy, I keep telling my marathon training hubby he has to do flow with me. Absolutely, Wendy, get him here. I want to see him signed in next time. Megan James, we're on it. Fantastic. All right, everyone. Lovely to have you all here. Thank you. Very interesting roles this morning. Pleasure, Rita. I hope it felt good in your body. Guys, write down anything that felt super good in your body. Write down anything that you thought, wow, that felt really good. Or even something that you thought was really challenging. Go, ooh, that's something I'd like to work on. So that you've got these tools to use when you find yourself in a situation where maybe you don't have a flow, or you're traveling, or you can't get to the live sessions. You can go to your little flow book and know what to do. All right, guys, have a beautiful day further. Absolutely killer schedule today. I'm just gonna make sure I don't get anything wrong with telling you what the schedule is. But as per usual, a nice full day here at Jeff. Oh yes, that's what we have. We've got resistance training versus HIIT training, and that's with Coach Edgar. I think that is going to be super informative. That's at 12:30, our Jeff Eds. I hope you guys are loving these Jeff Eds. I'm like blown out of the water by them. Little Legends with Ryan and Aiden, I'm sure. Liz is doing Lits today for us. She'll also be doing a Jeff story live, potentially. And then we have Dirkie doing boxing this afternoon. So yeah, guys, join in. Start preparing that mindset for your 30 out of 30. I wanted to say a huge thank you to everyone for congratulating me on my training achievements, my yin training. Thank you so much for all the love. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And I do it for you. But I'm wishing you all a beautiful day further. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. Ciao. I am fiercely feminine because I'm kind, connected, strong, and passionate. I'm a daughter and I'm a sister. And so every woman is my sister and every child is my child. I am Mother Nature. I am magic. I'm love. Join us in celebrating being fiercely feminine, and let's celebrate each other today and every day.